I'm gonna turn a $4 can of beans into absolute magic. I think this entire recipe costs about $15. Let's get it on. This is all about clever cooking and staging the way that you build this to maximize the flavor and maximize the time in the kitchen. So these little sausage packs I find at the grocery store, and it's 4 for like 20 bucks. So I'm gonna use half of this. That's like what, $5? Wait, if 5, 10, 15, 20, so you get 4, so they're $5 a piece, $2.50. Right there in sausage. So nice hot pan, and this is what I'm talking about when you want to layer and stage flavor. So get some olive oil in a nice hot pan, and then in with this sausage meat, because there's a lot of fat in there, and that's going to flavor the oil. So when we get the veg going, flavor's been started. You can lay it down, and this is what I like to do when I put some sausage or I'm making ground meat. Get yourself a whisk, and then you can beat it up. It's nice. You just break it up into nice small pieces and let some of that fat get out there. And then as it's cooking, you can continue to break it up and break it up. It already smells so good. This is how you start with some pretty good flavor. This is nice. Little color on the sausage. It's gonna start leaching its fat and its seasonings. You can see chili flakes in there. This is a great start. It smells super good. So there's gonna be some veg in here. For carrot, I'm gonna cut it quite nicely because it's gonna be whole. I don't peel it because I'm gonna square it off. This is a little bit fancy, but that's okay. The beans are humble. We're getting fancy with the carrot cut. But carrots are naturally sweet, so with the spicy pork sausage and all the savory ingredients in there, the carrot is gonna give it a little touch of sweetness. Boom, in with the carrot. Look at that. The crispy bits of sausage, the fat, delicious. So there's some other aromatic veg going in there. Onion, I'm gonna use shallot because I like the light, delicate flavor, and because the beans are pretty cheap, shallots are good to go. I like to leave the garlic in bigger pieces because, again, it'll get sweet, but if you just throw your knife through it, these little thin pieces are gonna melt away in that pork fat. It's gonna get nice and savory, but it's also gonna get a touch of sweetness with me. Okay, this is pretty good so far. There's a lot of things happening in this pan. One, the sausage has gotten nice and crispy. Then the savory elements have been added, so now that oil is super delicious, and they're all kind of complementing each other. Sweetness, savoriness. All right, that looks really good. Now I'm going in with the beans. I'm just gonna drain them off. Beans can go right in with the sausage and the veg. This is cool. Once the beans are in there, there's already so much flavor. I'm getting the sausage really nice and crispy. Then in with the shallots and carrots and garlic. Then in with the beans. And there was some sticky stuff at the bottom, and those beans just come in and swipe all of that flavor away. So good. Warm the beans up a little bit, and then it's time for some booze. This is called deglazing. It's just a fancy term for getting a little booze in there. You could use red wine, but I'm gonna keep it pretty light and use a touch of white wine. That's a good sound. And then if there's any bits stuck onto the pan, technical term is called fond, it's gonna drink. This is very fancy for a can of beans, but that's what it's all about, a little clever cooking. That white wine is gonna grab all of the flavor from the bottom of that pan and drink it up. So you just wanna move it a little bit, let that wine come up to a simmer. I'm gonna reduce the wine by half, and then I'm gonna put in some more flavorful liquid. Time is such a wonderful thing. Once that white wine reduces, then you want to go in with some really good beef stock. Get a nice shot in there. Think of the beans as sponges. They're going to drink all this up. So let the beef stock reduce by half. It's going to mellow out right now, and you want those beans to drink up all of the flavor of the garlic and the wine and the stock, and then we'll finish it. So this is a pretty nice way to do a humble dish, especially with beans, a little bit of sausage, and some aromatics, but it's all about the way that you do it. flavor the oil with the sausage. Get the aromatics in there so they can add their savory notes and their sweet notes and start to make the dish complex. Add in the beans and then flavorful liquid, and as you reduce those beans, drink up that flavorful liquid, and it's all this very happy marriage. And then comes the finishing technique, which is my favorite. So lower the heat down, and usually when you finish a risotto, you finish it with herbs, lemon, butter, cheese, and I'm gonna do the same very thing. So in with the fresh herbs, nice shot of parsley. You could use fresh thyme if you want. I'm gonna put in a couple big knocks of butter because that's gonna mix with all of the stock and all the wine and make it really nice and creamy. And then to add to the creaminess, Parmesan cheese. It's sharp, it's gonna add a little tang, a little body, so get a lot of cheese in there. And last but not least, acidity. There's salt, there's savory notes, fattiness. You want a bit of acidity, just a kiss. That shot of lemon juice is gonna bring it all home. Now watch what happens. This liquid is gonna turn very creamy and delicious, and as you mix in the herbs, wonderful things gonna happen. Cheese is gonna add buttery, nutty notes. And look at this already. This is changing. It's getting this nice shine on it because of the fat, the cheese, and the lemon rounds it right off. That cheese and butter gives it the greatest little shine. Oh, look at that. There's so much flavor in there. There's so much flavor happening. Oh. Just to finish it off, a little shot of oil, just because I like it. One more grating of Parmesan cheese. The smell is so good. Look at how shiny it is. It is so delicious. It is complex. It's beautiful. It's got silkiness, it's got nuttiness, it's got savory notes, that pop of lemon, the fresh herbs, the garlic. This is my favorite style of cooking. Simple ingredients, a lot of clever technique, building flavor as you go in a short amount of time. That is so good. If your tongue has a sense, it has hit every one of them. Whether you nestle a little pork chop in there or just eat it like this is how you cook on a budget. Beautiful.